live. Awesome. How's it going, folks? How is your Sunday going so far? A little late today. I'll be honest with you, I didn't feel like doing this at all. Yeah, I woke up feeling very low. I'm in a bit of a crisis of confidence, if I'm honest with you. And it's interesting because feeling like not coming on the live stream, I don't know, kind of tells me that I need to come on. I've got to push through this. The only way out is through. It reminds me of when I started my podcast, Quoth the Camser, which was just after I'd been diagnosed with depression for the second time in my life and put onto medication. So this would have been 2 years ago. Before I sold the post office, before I even knew that there was any chance of selling the post office. And life just seemed too difficult. So yeah, that's when I started my podcast, because I thought that talking into my microphone as I walked the dogs or did the chores around the house would be a good way of exploring my thoughts and getting some perspective. And the idea of publishing it gave me a sense of accountability. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I think of it anyway. So when I woke up this morning, I was like, no, I'm not doing this. Don't want to do it. Don't want to talk to anyone. Just want to hide. Which is weird, because the one thing that I've been waiting for and hoping for the past 2 weeks has actually happened, which is that I got my wife back. I didn't lose her. She was working. And now she's back. She's finished her work. She met her deadlines. She had to work through the night on a few occasions to meet those deadlines. But she always does it. She's an inspiration, and I don't know how she does it. She just powers through. And yet me, I'm sleeping all right. I'm not drinking. I'm taking care of my diet, which I'll get onto in a minute. And yet I wake up feeling desperate and like I need help. And it just seems, that in itself makes me feel an incredible feeling of guilt, because, what do I have to feel bad about? I'm not working through the night. I'm not meeting deadlines and almost finding no time to eat or sleep because my workload is so heavy. I don't have a job. I don't have a workload other than my own business that I'm trying to build. Hello, Alk IQ. Thank you for commenting on Twitter. It's nice to see you. I hope you're having a good Sunday and feeling all right. So that's why I came in here. I thought I'm going to push myself through this fear. I'm going to come online, I'm going to do a live stream, I'm going to talk about this and see where it takes me, because I can't do it on my own. My tagline at the end of my videos is always, and remember, you're not alone. And yet here I am feeling alone. So I have to remember that I'm not alone. I have an amazing support group here on the island where I live. Great group of recovering alcoholics who have regular Zoom meetings and make me feel very welcome, and they're there for me, as I am for them, because that's how it works, isn't it? So I'm just leaning into the fear. I'm coming on a live stream just to see what comes out. Making myself do this. Just to explore things, you know. So let's just start with gratitude. Let's start with where I am this morning. I didn't drink yesterday. I didn't wake up hungover this morning. I remember everything that I did yesterday. So that wasn't always the case. So I need to be grateful for that. I'm home with my wife and 2 kids. I didn't lose them. And I have a home. I have a comfortable home. I have dogs and cats. I have guitars. I have an amazing desk set up here, ready for recording. I have an amazing network of support, both for my business and for my sobriety. My team, my support group for business, they're out there. They want me to succeed. I want them to succeed, and we help each other. They're probably sitting on a call right now, co-working call. A power hour it's called. Where we hold each other accountable and we co-work on Zoom and we achieve stuff. We support one another. And that's an incredibly valuable thing. And this morning I didn't log in. I was like, yeah, I was like that. So everything isn't as bad as it seems in my head. You know what I mean? Is it ever? Probably not, if I'm honest. But for some reason, normally when I'm feeling desperate like this, I turn to sugar. I stop exercising and I hide. I hide with books. This time around I haven't turned to the sugar. My sugar levels have been stable for probably 2 weeks now. For the first time in a long time. So things aren't as bad as they could be, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, because I'm not turning to self-destructive behaviour in that sense. By making myself ill with too much sugar. I'm diabetic, in case you didn't know. So I don't drink, I don't take drugs anymore. But when I'm feeling that sense of desperation, it's the sugar that I turn to, and I seemed to be powerless. The same thing happens with sugar as does with alcohol, which is that one's too many and 10's not enough. So if I have a chocolate bar or a biscuit that turns into just a binge. Yeah, that's the word for it. Turns into a binge. And that's not been happening this time, so that's good. I'm grateful for that. I don't know where I'm finding the strength not to do that. I don't know where I'm finding the strength to come in here and do this right now, actually. And yet, here I am, so I guess things aren't that bad. Feeling a bit sorry for myself with my YouTube journey as well, trying to build a new business on the back of the Part-Time YouTuber Academy. There was an incredible buzz of productivity and motivation and excitement during the course and on the back of the course, but it feels like that's dwindling now, and it's not just me, it's coming through in the support group that came off the back of that, and it seems that a lot of us are struggling. And this week I put out a video which I've been trying to do every week. I have been doing every week. I've been achieving that, putting out one recovery related video a week on my channel, which is hard because I'm homeschooling now and my week is just, it's so heavy. And so that's an achievement, I think, to be getting a video out a week during this difficult time is, you know, it's not nothing. But this week's video, which was talking about how I did my step 1, admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. I put that out on Friday. Saturday, yesterday. I put it out on Friday, but I made it unlisted until Saturday, and so it's been out since yesterday. It's been public since yesterday lunchtime, I think, and so far it's had 4 views. 4 views. So yeah, that's made me feel a bit shit. It's like, what am I even doing? You know what I mean? Why am I putting these videos out? But I know. It's about consistency. It's about showing up and just keeping going. And so I suppose I acknowledge the fact that I'm such a young channel, and it's not about the numbers anyway, it's about helping me by helping you. That needs to be what my focus is, not the numbers. So if I can help one person, then it's a success, right? Even if that one person is me, because that's how it works. I help myself by helping others. So making this content for others is helping me. That's how I need to think of it. So it doesn't matter that I've only got 4 views on my video, does it? Those are 4 people. Although one of them might have been me on my other channel. I'm not sure. I don't know how you check. I don't think you can check to see who has viewed your videos, but so let's just say one of them was me. That means 3 people have watched my video. All 3 of those people might have been helped by it. But even if just one has, then that's a win. Because those 3 views are real people. They're not just numbers. So that's how it goes. I need to be grateful that 3 people watched my video. And just keep doing it for them. So if you are one of those 3 people, this is for you and for me, because I get to help me by helping you. Let me show you the book I'm reading right now. This might interest you. The really behind the myth of 12-step recovery. So I'll just read you the bit that I read before I finished reading yesterday, because you might find it interesting. The book is about the fact that the AA program is a cult and is dangerous. So of course I wholeheartedly disagree with that, but I'm reading it for the sake of interest and because I'm thinking about what kind of articles and what kind of content I could make around this. So this chapter is called What is Addiction? And it talks about rats in a cage and how their environment is what leads them to binge on alcohol-laced water or food. So because they're in a state of hardship and discomfort and stress, they turn to these things. But when they're in a comfortable state, they don't. So it says here, another difference between humans and caged rats is that, except for the people in prison, there are no bars holding anyone in an impoverished environment. A person has no external physical restraints preventing him from picking up and moving, getting an education, changing social circles, switching jobs, or whatever else may seem desirable. So in other words, if you're in a state of stress, your circumstances are such that you feel the need to drink, then you have it within you to get yourself up, get yourself an education, get a new job, change your circumstances, and then those stressful circumstances will go away and then you won't have to drink anymore. Right? Yeah. So, yeah, I think I put in my notes something like, what the actual, that's just insane. So that's the kind of stuff that's coming out in this book. Not sure when it was written, but it's leading me to other books around the same topic. 1998 it was written. And it seems like this is written by a guy who is part of a network of people who all believe the same thing. So they cite each other in their books and they look at experiments. It talks about an experiment that was done in 1982, and it says that 50 alcoholics, hang on, let me find it instead of trying to remember it, because I made notes about this. 50 patients who had just completed surgery were allowed to self-administer morphine for their pain around the clock. So this is 50 patients who just had some sort of surgery. Even though they used higher doses than street addicts use, some for as long as 6 days, they didn't become addicted. They didn't suffer withdrawal. In every case, they decreased their use of morphine as their pain from surgery decreased. So that's supposed to prove that morphine is not addictive and that human beings will not crave alcohol or morphine. And there's another section when it talks about the idea of blind tests, where they get some recovering alcoholics in a room and they tell them that they're going to give them some vodka and they're going to give some just tonic water, and they give some of the alcoholics just tonic water but tell them that they've got vodka in it, and the other way around. And this is to disprove the idea that alcoholism is a disease. And the disease aspect, as mentioned at the beginning of the big book, is all about how it's a mental obsession which makes us pick up the first drink, but it's the second part of it, which is the physical allergy, where the craving kicks in. That makes us want to continue until blackout. So what this experiment is set to disprove is that alcoholics who think that they're not drinking alcohol but are, in those people the cravings don't kick off. And in the people who think they're drinking alcohol but aren't, the cravings kick off. So it's psychosomatic, it's not real. And that's what these experiments allegedly prove. So I don't know what the circumstances of this study were. I don't know what it doesn't go into explain very much about it, so it would be something that would be worthwhile for me to research further, I think, because, I mean, for me personally, I know that I don't believe it. I know that the craving in me was real, and I'm not willing to test it, so that's not going to happen. It's just, it's interesting. I don't know that there are many alcoholics who could read this kind of thing. I mean, they call recovering alcoholics that go to AA, we're called groupers, apparently, in this book, so that's how it refers to us, and I include myself as a grouper. So I don't think many groupers could read this kind of material and not get pissed off. And since I'm building a channel around the idea of recovery based on my own experience, I think that there's some fantastic material in here for me to make content around. Kind of like I'm doing now, but maybe in a more structured way, where I've actually scripted a video and I've come up with some counterpoints and some personal experience that I can use to refute these points, and maybe start a discussion, and maybe even write a book. Because what I would like to do is write more. I do enjoy writing. I love this keyboard of mine, which encourages me to write more. And if I were to start writing more articles around this stuff, putting them on my website, it could lead to a book which excites me. I find it incredibly exciting. There's my friend Matt. Hiya, Matt. Bring him up. There he is. How you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining my stream. I hope you're having a great Sunday. I could use a 16 to 35 lens on this camera. It's difficult to fit the guitar in from where I'm sitting. Tiger Eyes. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you for ages, but then I haven't seen anyone for ages because I've just been in the house, going nowhere. And I'm not walking the dogs that direction much of late. I've been taking them down the beach instead. So I think I'll read some more of that book today. I'd actually set myself a goal of reading 6 recovery books in Q1, and you can see, can you see how much of that I've read? So the thin slice is what I've read, the thick slice is what I've not read, and that's book 1 of 6. So I think 6 was a little bit ambitious. I'm going to have to change it down to 3, which means I'm behind. If it's 3, that's 1 a month. And it's the 31st of January today, so I'm behind. But I'm also reading a book called Coactive Coaching, which is a bit more urgent. I have a business coach now, and I'm supposed to have finished that book by Tuesday. And I'm probably a quarter of the way through that one. Thanks, Tiger Eyes. There we are. Have a chat over the fence. That would be nice. Yeah, it has been a while. So let's play some blues, and then we'll close out. Train Stop Blues, that's called, which I have recorded a lesson on. I think it's on my, not sure which channel, if it's this channel or that channel. So yeah, I'm already feeling better, having made myself come and do this when I really didn't feel like it. So yeah, that was a good move, I think. I'm going to close out by saying, remember, you're not alone. Neither am I, even though it feels like it sometimes. So yeah, I will thank everybody who joined for coming along. It's nice to see you, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. There is a chance, if I'm feeling up to it, and possibly even if I'm not, that I will go live again tonight with some guitar playing, some singing. I did it last Sunday on a whim. It was very spontaneous, and I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm missing playing, so I think that jumping on live streams is a good way of getting me back into playing again, because I really do miss it. And so yeah, if you're subscribed to my channel, you will get a notification when that goes out. It's going to be my Acoustic Guitar I.O. YouTube channel, probably my main YouTube channel as well, and my Facebook page, Acoustic Guitar IO. So if you're up for that, subscribe and you'll get notified when I go live, and it would be lovely to see you there. So thanks for watching this one, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.